Welcome back to my channel. It's time to fix this teardrop water damage. But unfortunately, across the road, they're having their lawn cut and all the leaves blown, so there's too much noise. So I'm gonna have to wait a few minutes and then I'll get started and show you what I'm gonna do. Anyways, I'll be back. Okay, I'll try this again. Hopefully you can hear me okay and there's not too much background noise. Anyway, I'll explain what I've done so far. I ripped off all the rotted wood that was there. And what I've done is I cut a piece of thin board, shape the same size. And I'm gonna glue it on and make sure, and I'm gonna put a couple of staples in to make sure it stays on until the glue dries. And then the way I'm gonna do that, I got some wood glue, I'm gonna use some of that. I also have this flex glue, which is really good stuff, so I'm gonna put some of that on to make sure it sticks good. And after the board's on, I'm gonna prime it and paint it. And all around the edges where it's uneven, I'm gonna try using Flex Seal as a rubberized liquid. Rubberized. I've used it on my trailer up on the roof to do repairs and stuff. I think it'll work on this too, so let's find out. Don't get away. Here comes that noise again, so I'm gonna pause this for a bit. Okay, I'm all set. I put wood glue on, which is the creamy colored stuff, and I put some of that flex glue on also. That way, it's pretty much guaranteed to stick. And I'll probably never get this off again if it does stick, so I hope this works. Anyways, I better get at it before they make too much noise again over there across the road. Here we go. Gonna get glue all over my hands, I'm sure. This is really quick drying stuff, apparently. As you can see, I'm going to have some gap down here, which I'm hopefully filling in with that Flex Seal stuff. Yeah, I put a little too much glue on, it's dripping everywhere. Anyways, what you're supposed to do is push it on and pull it off a little bit, push it back on again. Now to make sure it stays on there. That's where this little thing comes in handy. Gotta get the glue off my finger though. Put it on here for now. It's got little, I think they're 1/2 inch staples, maybe 5/16. So I'm gonna put a few staples on to hold her in place. Hopefully that does it. Now, as you can see, there's I'm gonna have to fill in that area there. I can either cut more of this and patch it in or get some wood filler. But I'm hoping that Flex Seal stuff will fill it in pretty good. Anyways, time will tell. Now I have to get this painted today also, as it's supposed to rain the next few days. So anyways, I gotta wipe up that glue before it gets all over my fender. Gotta go get a cloth or something. I'll be back. Okay, sounds like the noise has stopped across the road. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is get some primer on here, and then I will because we're supposed to get rain in the next 5 to 6 hours. So I got to get this done. I'll get some primer on there, let it dry, then I'll get some paint on there, exterior paint. So I got this really good primer, Beauty Tone from Home Hardware. Turn it around. It's ultra low primer sealer, and it's supposed to be really good stuff. So let's find out. And then I'll get the Flex Seal and go around these edges and see if I can get that all filled in. Anyways, got to give this a good stir first of all. I just bought it yesterday, so get this on there. Want to get her done today before the rain comes. We're supposed to get rain for the next week, I think. This is Thanksgiving weekend coming up. But we've had a nice run of nice weather. It's been like 26, 27 degrees Celsius the last few days, which is up around 80, maybe 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Something like that. Anyways, enough babbling. Let's get this primer on. Okay, where did I put my paintbrush? Here it is. I should be covering my fender because I don't want to get the paint all over my nice red fender. By the way, this fender is, I don't know if it's off a 1940 something coupe, 1930 something Ford coupe, or if it's a replica. But anyways, they put fenders like this on the old Ford coupes and possibly the trucks also. Ooh, this is a nice thick primer. Good stuff. Oh yeah, very good. Now this primer apparently is meant for pretty much anything. You can use it on pretty much anything. That's what they told me at the store. And I like going to Home Hardware. They're very knowledgeable. Often I go up to Home Depot, but you can never get anybody to help you there. They're always, I don't know, doing something else. Home Hardware here in my hometown, this is just a nice small store. They get to know you, which is nice. And it's helping out the local community. Leaves are falling everywhere. Summer is over. Autumn is here. It's okay with me, but I'm not looking forward to winter. Now, when you're putting paint on, of course, you try to go the same direction all the time, but when it's just a first coat of primer, I don't worry about that too much. It's the final coat that makes the big difference. You want to get all the wood covered. A roller does a lot better job, but for this part, a brush is good enough. That should be good for now. When I've got all this done, I'm going to go over the whole thing. I'm going to paint everything, so. See, I got a little bit of primer on my fenders, so I got to get that off, and it's starting to make noise over there again, so I'll bring you back in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, it sounds like the Burgers across the road are almost done. Not quite. Make a noise again. I'll give it a few more minutes. Then I'm going to apply some Flex Seal around these areas here. So I'll be back in a minute. Don't go away. But I managed to go get my grass cut while I was waiting for this to dry. Since they were making noise, I figured I might as well do that. So anyways, I'll be right back. Okay, I think they're done. Now I should be using a brush for this, but I only have one brush, so I got to keep it for. So I want to put a second coat of primer on, and then I can use it again for the paint. So I'm going to try using a little stick here and get it on the best I can. I may have to go buy another brush, so we'll see. I'm just going to fill in all the gaps here that you see. This stuff is really super thick. It turns into rubber, which will give it a good seal also. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to be quite as flush with the rest of the teardrop, but I'll figure that out later. I'm going to cover the whole side eventually anyways with either aluminum or poor man's fiberglass, one or the other. Prefer would be aluminum if I can find a good deal on a price for it. Now this can was already open, so I think the Flex Seal liquid is even thicker than it normally would be, so I'm hoping what I have here is all I need. I do have another full can though if I need it. Which I may. Like I said, this has been sitting for a while, so I hope it's okay. I guess I'm going to find out, aren't I? Oops, don't want to leave it on my fender. I'm not too sure if this stuff is any good anymore. Parts of it looks okay, parts of it doesn't. Worst case scenario, I have to sand it down and start over. Now up on the top here, just show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to take all the trim off and get some flex tape and put it on there to give that a better seal. I think that'll work in a way. Made by the same company as Flex Seal. It's called Flex Tape. And I used some flex glue to hold this piece in place. Good stuff. Stops leaks. Yeah, some of this stuff is, I'm not too sure about it. Anyway, I hope you can hear me okay. I have a tendency not to talk very loud sometimes, especially when I'm working. I probably should have opened up the new can, but I don't like to waste anything if I can help it. I think this is going to work though. I've got a sander and a grinder, so I can smooth it all out later if I need to. Gonna take more than one coat, obviously. I'm getting a little bit on my fender. I better go get something to wipe that off. Like I said, a brush would be definitely better. I may end up using that brush I have, and then I'll have to go buy another one. So I should have bought a couple the other day when I bought the primer, but I didn't. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this stuff. It's pretty, a lot thicker than I remember it being. Anyways, you get the idea. Now, I won't get this done today because it's going to rain. But I'm sure I'll get another nice day to get it all finished. Although they're calling for rain for about a week. But they don't seem to be able to forecast weather very good these days. It changes quite often. Quite often, 3-4 times during the day, it switches. It's gonna rain, it's not gonna rain. They don't know what they're doing anymore. But they get paid anyways. Yeah, some of this stuff is just, it's gone rubbery, which means it got air. It ain't gonna work too good. I think this can is pretty much done. Yeah, I think I'll go get the other can and open it up. Probably see a big difference. Anyways, I'll go get the other can and I'll bring it back in a minute. Thanks for watching, but don't go nowhere. Okay, I opened up a brand new can. Now you gotta stir it. They say don't shake it, stir it. So, oh yeah, nice and thick. Looks better than the last can I just had. Gotta mix it up real good. Probably can't see it too well, but I'll get the camera right on top if I can. You can see how it needs to be stirred. Anyways, I shall carry on, get it stirred up good. Because it's such a small can, it's really hard to stir it. You want to make sure it's mixed up good. I could probably put all this stuff, cover the whole teardrop with this stuff. It's rubberized. The only problem is because it's on a, it's not a flat surface, I'd have to really work it, which I think I could do with a brush. That would give it a good protective coating, that's for sure. I got some work to do on this trail. I've been neglecting it because I've been out camping so much. I love camping, I love boondocking. Okay. And look how, not as thick as the other stuff. It dries pretty quick too, so. You know what? I think I'm going to use the brush. And you can put more than one coat on. You let it dry, of course, and add another coat. Yeah. That way I can get all these cracks filled in. Well, this brush is a little too thick, but too fat, I mean. Really should cover my fenders. I don't think I got it mixed up enough. Ideally, I should probably pour the whole thing into another container because I'm probably going to use it all anyways. It'd be a lot easier to mix it if I did, but I'll figure it out. I'm glad they stopped working across the road. That was getting annoying. Maybe I should have used wood filler here, but I sometimes get impatient. Want to get things done. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cover up my fender. I'm getting it all over the place. When will I learn? Cover the fenders, Frank. Cover the fenders. think I'll go grab some newspaper right now. I think I have some handy. One piece should be sufficient. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, down here. Yeah, I need a smaller brush. It's a little too wide to get into the can. Yeah, some of that stuff in the first can, I shouldn't have used it. It's going really rubbery. Guess it sat too long. It may not dry properly. Live and learn. Making a mess. I'm going to have to go get some tape and cover this fender properly, otherwise I'm going to regret it. Anyways, you get the idea how this Flex Seal works. So anyways, I will show you the end results when I get it done. So thanks for watching. Make sure you come back to my channel so you can see how it turned out. Fingers crossed that it turns out okay. Thanks again. Have a great day. See you on the next video.